Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing finally a full face, well, mostly what I can do with Catrice Cosmetics. So as most of you know, I was sent some goodies. I had some sent to me after, and I had most of them given to me at Gen Beauty in New York, so I thought it was about time to play with them. I played with the liquid metal shadows, which are these before, and I love them. But I thought I would play with everything else that I was sent, just, you know, in one video, knock it out, see what I like, see what I don't like. So this is the look I came up with. This is a very nude lip. I know it looks like I'm not wearing anything, so go ahead and keep on watching so you can kind of see how I did this. It's a super easy, almost like you can do this for like holiday party, Christmas party. Like, it looks like you tried, but really you didn't, because it took me 4 shadows. So easy. So go ahead and keep on watching. I'll see you at the end. So these are all the Catrice Cosmetics I have. I do have a primer in here, so I'm going to go ahead and just dig through it and go as I go and kind of give my first impression, see what I think. I do want to start off with the Prime Time Soothing Refiner. This is for invisible pores and lines. I haven't used any of this stuff. I just swatched the liquid metal eyeshadows already. So this is kind of weird. It's like a lotion moisturizer. It's very squishy. And usually I started applying primer with a brush, but let's just go with my finger. Okay, it left kind of a white tint, which is fine. We'll see how it dries down. So I don't think I have anything for the eyebrows, but I will double check. I don't have anything for the eyebrows. So I'm going to do my brows off camera, use Anastasia as per usual, and be right back. Okay, so I have 2 eyeshadow priming bases. One is a brightening, and one is just a regular one. They're both Prime and Fine. I'm going to swatch this really quick. I think they just mattify. I'm going to lay one down. I just don't know which one I'm laying down. So one is pretty damn white, and one is very tan. So I think I'm going to go with the tan one, which is this one here. I don't smell. So I know there's something that Tati doesn't like. I don't know what it was. I think it was like a primer, a mattifier that she didn't like. And I have a mattifier, and I also have both these primers. So I'm wondering which one of these it was. We'll find out. Maybe I'll watch the video and I'll link it down below. I'll link it down below if I find it. The one from her. They love Tati. Okay, so while that dries down a little bit, I'm going to take the same brush. And then there's this Catrice Camouflage Cream. It's a wake up effect, so I have dark circles under my eyes. This last week was hell for me. I don't know, I mean, I'm not going to talk about it on camera. Just last week was not good for me, and I'm glad to be feeling more like myself. So this will help my dark circles for sure. Oh, this is a good one. It's very peachy. I stopped color correcting for a while, but as most of you guys know, peach and like red concealers are meant to brighten up dark circles. Green neutralizes red, so that's why I usually use them on my like acne, but I've been really good with my skin, so yeah, I went down a little too low, but it's okay. So this is the mattifying powder, so Prime and Fine. So they give us a lot of primers, and it's just, I've got a nice mirror. It's just a regular tan powder, supposed to set. So I'm going to set this under the eye and over my eyelid, that primer, before I go into the eyeshadows. It does look like it's creasing a little bit. Not on my eyes, but like right here. It almost looks a little cakey. But we'll see how it looks after I apply like my foundation and everything, kind of like tied all together. So I'm just going to use one of my Z palettes with the eyeshadows in them, because I'm going to use neutral shades. I have 2 of these, one in the shade Mauves Like Jagger, mauve like mauves, but mauves because that's technically how you're supposed to say it, like, anyways. And then Nougat Right. So this one's like it's almost broken, like a bronze, a dark brown metallic shade. They're so pigmented. And then here's the other one. I swatched this one in my Gen Beauty fall video. So this one, well, that not swatched very well. I think I'm just going to use the brown. I think I want to go very natural, because I'm going to record a video with Jessy after this. I will link that one down below if I do it, just so you guys can watch it. Or if you guys are watching this later, then more than likely he'll have it already posted. So let's go into just my favorite shades, which is this one here, Creme Brulee, of course. Next, I'm going to take Morphe's Cafe Macchiato, this one here, and then just add some dimension. Okay, now that I got my 2 basic shadows down, I'm going to go into the Nougat Right. And this is a dry brush. I feel like this is popping out. I'm a little bit nervous. So I'm going to take a dry brush, go over the lid. Considering I did not wet the brush, it's still very metallic-y, which I like. So I'm going to take the back end of the brush I used with Cafe Macchiato, and I'm going to dip into it and go under the eyelid. Dude, I'm so paranoid that I'm going to break this. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's cracked. And so this part's elevated, and it's like, I don't want it to fall out, because it'll make a mess. Like, my carpet is stained from all the eyeshadows that have fallen and just seeped into the carpet. I think I'm going to take this one now, and I'm going to wet the brush for this particular one. I'm going to use the Evian spray. I've been loving this stuff so much. I'm just going to go to the center. Almost like a wannabe halo eye, but not really. Just feel like maybe I should use both. Okay, so I really like that. I'm going to take this highlighting powder, which is Stardust 010. This is so pretty. I swatched it once before and I was like, whoa. Like, these are all drugstore. These are sold at Ulta. Do you see how pigmented that is? Yeah, Ulta sells this brand. I'm not sure if you can get anywhere else aside from like their website, which is directly through them, but they're really affordable. Like, I will link everything down below using my magic links, of course. So if you shop with them, I get a little bit of credit. This is like ding ding ding, a winner. I'm so in love with this stuff. So I'm pretty much done with the eyes. I'm going to use the mascara, which is their Glam and Doll False Lashes Mascara. So let's do one eyelash at a time and see how it looks. Let's see if it's falsely approved. So that's got a slight bend to the wand. I like these wands because they're super like needly. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how people like review mascaras, but so okay, so I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it definitely added a little bit of a lift to it, coated them really nicely. It doesn't clump at all, which I really like, which is another reason why, like I said, I like these type of brushes. See, this has mascara and this one doesn't. Mascara, this one doesn't. So let's do them both and then we'll put on lashes. Okay, so I really like this mascara. I'm pretty damn impressed with it. I wonder what Tati has to say about it, but I like it. So I'm going to go into, let's see, so I'm going to go into my Smoky Muse lashes from House of Lashes, and then I will be back to put on my face and everything else. Okay, lashes are on. Now I'm going to go into my Fenty Beauty Foundation. Let's see how it works with this primer. Oops. Okay, so I don't really like the way it's looking under my eyes. It's looking a little cakier than usual. So this is the Catrice Contour and Highlighting Stick. So that's an actual highlighter, as you can see. So it's not like, you know, the NYX stick, it has like almost the concealer on one side and then the contour on the other. That's a really pretty contour. So let's just, I don't know if it's that I just suck with contouring. Just not wowed by it. Next I have an illuminating blush. This is almost like a bronzing color because it's very dark, but it's so pretty, it looks like. Oh, well, that's that there. You can barely see it. So let's just put this on the cheeks. Oh. Okay, so it picked up quite a bit of product. I don't think you can see it on my monitor, but you can definitely see it on my mirror on my cheeks. This is a nice blush. I actually really like this a lot. I almost feel like it has some sort of sheen to it, but it's a lot more pigmented than when you swatch it, which I really like. And it's buildable. It doesn't look blotchy at all. So I'm going to take the highlighting stick and use the highlighting side just on my cheeks a little. That is actually really freaking nice. Like, I really love the highlighting side of that, like, a lot. And I'm not really into those kind of highlighters. Like, I like them, but then I don't like them, so it's always hit and miss. But this one looks pretty good. This side's always like my messy side because like my skin is very textured. So let's go into the highlighter again. Like I said, this was Stardust. So excited for this highlighter. Like, look at that. And this is a freaking drugstore highlighter. It's also on my brow bone, as you can see it there. Like, I love that so much. It kind of reminds me of Jeffree Star's Nefri. So if you like that shade, you're gonna like this. Okay, so that was the blush and highlight and contour stick. Contour stick is just like it. Aside from the highlighting part of it, I'm kind of like, oh, you know, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so I have two lipsticks. This is here, the Beautifying Lip Smoother and Shea Butter and Jojoba Oil. And then I have just a regular lipstick, which is in the shade Luminous Lips Coffee and Cream. Ooh, that sounds gorgeous. Like, I'm so tempted to not use this, so I can give this away, but it's too pretty, so I'm gonna use it. It's very, very sheer, very, very creamy and pretty, like a really pretty nude. It's almost like a gloss, like almost a gloss texture. So I'm not huge into that particular consistency when it comes to my lips products. So this looks like you squeeze it, but it does look very pigmented. So let's use this one. So this is very, very sheer, very sheer. So it's taking a lot of building. So this is this one here. So actually, I think I'm just gonna mix them both. Whatever, may as well. So let's go over the lips with this. And it doesn't seem to be coating it properly. Do you see that? I don't think you can see it, but it has my foundation on it. So I'm gonna take a paper napkin and wipe that down. Pop my lips. Try it again. Okay, so the lipsticks are very creamy. And they like smell / taste really good. Let's go this over. So together they're really pretty. I personally would have paired this eye with a darker lip, but it looks really pretty with the natural looking lips. So this is my final look. I'm gonna go get ready, throw on a jacket, put my hair in braids, and come back and give my final thoughts on all my Catrice products. And you guys know I already like the liquid metal eyeshadows, so let's just hear my thoughts on the rest of them. And we're back. That was it. My overall thoughts on everything. I really liked all the products. Of course, I'm not a big contour person, so that was the only thing that I was kind of like, about. Like, I could do without this particular product. I would have gone with a little bit more bolder lip. They still had enough tint to it to make it look like I tried, like I made an effort, which I kind of did, I guess you would say. All right, so let's talk about the liquid metal shadows. I used two in today's look. I used one all over the lid, and I used one just kind of in the center so I can get both of them in there. They're both super pigmented. I used one with a wet brush and one without. These are only $5. Like, so they're definitely a drugstore price, and of course with Ulta there's always sales, there's always coupons, there's always discounts, so keep an eye out for those. I would pick up like one or two. I do want to pick up more to see exactly like what other shades there is. Next is the Catrice highlighting powder. So this is in the shade Stardust. I use it on my cheeks. Really, really love this highlighter. This highlighter is $6. It is so freaking pigmented. Like, I think out of all of these, the shadows and this were my two favorites, which is why I mentioned them first. So, like I said, $5.99 for that one. So you can pick up a shadow and you can pick up the highlighter for just over $10. So that's kind of a steal. So as far as the blush goes, I cannot find it on Ulta's website, and I can't find it on their website. It says this product is no longer available, but this is also an amazing one. So I'm curious to see if they're going to release something new, maybe reformulate it again, like differently. I have no complaints. It does have like the tiniest shimmer to it, which was great. So it didn't look like my cheeks were kind of one-dimensional flat. I think it added some dimension to my cheek, especially because I didn't use any contour powder. I just used a contour stick. Next, we'll talk about the mascara. Ooh, I love this. This is $6.99. So this is $6.99 at Ulta. I think this is probably on par with like the higher end drugstore mascaras. I really liked it. Like, I think the only cheaper one that I like more than that one is going to be the Essence one, but this one is pretty damn good. It lifted my lashes, it added volumes to it. Really, really liked it. Okay, so for the primer, I have zero complaints. This was actually really good. It was very cushiony. It applied nicely. Like, it applied like a moisturizer. My face doesn't look dry. Anyway, so this is $6.99. I think it'd be pretty worth it. It comes with 14 grams and a little and a long way. Like, I actually think I used a little bit too much on today's look. These here are $5.99. So the face primer is $6.99. These are $5.99. And I think it made my shadows apply like a dream. Like, I mean, I have no complaints with them. I didn't get to try the brightening one as much. I feel like the regular one looked better with my skin tone. So I went with that one. So if you are a little bit more on the fair side, you know, pale side, whatever you like to call it, then I would go with the brightening one. Or if you're going to lay down some like hardcore colors, like a blue, like a yellow, like a red, something like that, then I would go with the brightening one because you want more of a white base to bring out those colors. You make them pop, bam, like that, you know? My next favorite was the camouflage, I would say. It looked at first like it was going to cake, but looking at my eye now, like, I don't see any creasing. I think my under eyes look fantastic. Like, I mean, I've had some dark ass circles this past week, so I think that one was a hit. So that one sells for $5.99. So this is about the same price as the NYX one. I think they're about the same size. I don't have one in front of me of the NYX, but this one comes with 3 grams. So I really like this. I wouldn't mind trying their green one, the color correcting one for like pimples and everything. So maybe I'll get my hands on that one. The Prime and Fine mattifying powder is $7.49. I did, when I was off camera, like after I did my hair, apply kind of like here, and here, just to tone down the oiliness, because I tend to get a little bit shiny. And I mean, it's not cakey. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like, you know how sometimes when you use a translucent mattifying powder, it looks like you're white and really gross? I know you know what I'm talking about. So this one doesn't do that. I'm really thankful for that. I think it looks great. I would recommend this for $7.50. It's not bad. It's really heavy. So this one comes with 9 grams. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I mean, this video might be pretty long, and I'm so sorry, but I haven't done a video in a while, especially one where I talk. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate you watching. And for my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you so much. And if you're following me on Instagram, then you know I'm going to be introducing something new over the next couple weeks. It's going to be my Transformation Tuesday videos, and every so often I will be checking in because I'm going to be kind of like focusing on my half marathon training again, because I just miss running so much, and I want to bring that back in 2018. So go and give this video a thumbs up. If you don't like it, just walk away. Pretend it didn't happen. And I will see the rest of you in the next video. Bye.